Hey, what's up? This is Diesel, and tonight I'm gonna rebook WrestleMania 19. Why I'm gonna rebook the entire card? There was a video I made ages ago why WrestleMania 19 didn't really draw, and I regret taking on that video. Friendly advice, brotherly advice, guys. Don't do things based off emotion. One of the worst things you could ever do in life. And I had to live the rest of my life knowing because I got emotional and upset, I delete off all my videos for nothing and I cannot get them back. So I'm going to do that one again. I'm going to re-upload me talking about why WrestleMania 19 didn't draw that well, because that was one of my best videos and a lot of people use it as an example of why it didn't when people get asked on us.fm. So I'm going to redo that one day in the near future. Trust me. So me rebooking my WrestleMania 19 because I felt this pay-per-view really could have drawn. Especially when you look at the buy rate from WrestleMania 17 to 18. Though it dropped from 17, still did good. 19 and 20. 18 and 20 did really good. 17, don't even get me started. And then 19 was just like, in comparison. 17, 18, 20. Well, this should be bigger, but fuck that. Anywho, ignore all that. Anywho, rebooking WrestleMania 19. I felt with a card like this probably could have helped the show draw. You guys tell me, but opening match, keep Rey Mysterio versus Matt Hardy exactly the way it is. Keep it exactly the way it is. Second match, Undertaker versus Chris Jericho. If there was any perfect time to do this match at WrestleMania, 19 was the time to do it. I thought this could have really helped Jericho, revive his character like him and Shawn Michaels did, because he lost to Shawn anyways, and now he's facing the legend, yes, even at the time, the legend, The Undertaker, and him putting up a battle with the big dog of the yard, and Taker being that perfect babyface versus Jericho being that perfect heel. This could have really helped Jericho revamp his character. And he shake The Undertaker's hands. Taker shakes his hand, hug, and then kick Taker in the balls. What a big heel move to do. And I'd say, obviously, Undertaker will go over, beat him in the Tombstone. I'd say this would be 4 1/4 star match. The Divas Triple Threat title match, keep that. Next up, The Rock versus Shawn Michaels. I've always said I believe that this was the perfect time to do the match. Hollywood Rock versus Shawn Michaels and bring up some of their history. The Rock was still active. Rock was a bit in his prime, Though he was nothing like, in the ring athletically, he was nothing like, not 2000 to 2002, but still, he could do pretty good. This is against Shawn Michaels, a showstopper, the headliner, the main event. He barely lost a step from his 90s run. Hell, maybe he may have been smarter in this one. So, have an awesome feud. I think this feud would have been so fucking awesome. Potentially feud of the year. Probably make an offshoot promo. Yeah, shoot promo. And, The Rock get deep and stuff. And, Shawn talking, trying to change his life, whatever. And then they have the match and The Rock wins. This for sure would have been a 5-star match. I really believe that. Even though The Rock was toning down his ring style and being more careful, I think this Rock versus Shawn Michaels would have been a 5-star match. Next match, the SmackDown Tag Team title match. Team Angle versus Benoit and Rhino versus Los Guerreros. Keep that match, keep everything the same. Next match, RVD versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight title. They wrestle for a bit, have a nice solid match. I think, and then have RVD go over and finally get his moment that he deserved, because he was the most over guy of 2002. And then in 2003, they barely did anything with him. They kept him in the tag team title run. So, yeah, put him in the world title match and have him go over. And then you could have Kane come down the ringside make sure Ric Flair doesn't interfere, and then if Ric Flair gets involved, he chokeslam Ric Flair to hell. And then RVD, does his Van Daminator with the chair because the ref is down. And then RVD gets the 5-star frog splash. 1, 2, 3. And RVD gets the world title that he finally deserved. Shame he didn't get a WWE North World title run until 2006. Dumbasses. Anywho, Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. Keep it the way it is. And yeah, last I remember, this was like a 4.5 star match from what I last remember. Oh yeah, by the way, RVD versus Triple H, the potential rating would be lowest 3 3/4 to 4 stars flat. Triple H and RVD have always had alright chemistry. So I'd say 3 3/4 to 4 stars flat. Second last match. Vince McMahon versus Eric Bischoff. This was the time to do it, honestly. You wasted on Raw by just have McMahon just destroying Bischoff, strangling him, and then Brock Lesnar coming to beat up Stone. Oh no, that was 2004, sorry. Still though, people want to see him eventually lock up. Hell, why not even save that for WrestleMania 20 at the time? But hey, whatever. But if these two were going to have a serious match, WrestleMania 19 would have been so perfect. So, okay. You do the whole Vince coming back, wanting Bischoff to choke Raw. And he didn't do that, did he? He gives him 30 days, lets Austin whip his ass. And then so after WrestleMania, complains to Vince, how do you have him do that to me, blah, blah, blah. And, they start to get angry with each other. Vince gets angry at Bischoff. Bischoff angry at Vince. And it would be perfect if Vince McMahon was the face with Eric Bischoff being the villain. And they could have played up to their Monday Night Wars. And then Eric Bischoff tell Vince, let me tell you something, old man, even though he's pretty old too. I was this close to putting you out of business. And trust me, I can't do it again. So then, Vince's like, okay, you want to put me out of business? So, even though this would probably make it predictable, still, just add a good story to it. Vince would be like, okay, Eric, I challenge you to a match at WrestleMania. If you could beat me, you own the business and be the businessman you always wanted to be. So, I can't do that. Vince puts his ownership on the line. And then at the contract signing, they talk about, Bischoff talks about what the WWE would be like if he owns it. And then what McMahon did to Hogan, make Bischoff do that to Vince. And honestly, this could get Vince over because, what I kind of noticed in 2003? When Vince goes to Raw, he's kind of more of a face. But when he's on SmackDown, he's a total heel. And Vince is just that awesome of a character. But yeah, he could look like the total biggest babyface ever. And Vince completely wins this match. And I'd say he probably would have a Stone Cold Stunner, honestly. And, or no, should I say the mixed stunner, like they call in the video games. And, make it a street fight. And I think this match could be a 3-star match. No higher, no lower. And the main event, y'all know what it is. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. Look, yeah, Austin was in bad condition, but honestly, knowing how Hogan wrestled, knowing how Austin wrestled, they didn't have to do that much. And I still even think that this could have been a better match than The Rock versus Stone Cold. Because the problem with The Rock versus Stone Cold, yeah, Austin had his problems and almost died or whatever. But another problem was with why the match was a total disappointment aside from Austin's health issues. They had big shoes to fill after WrestleMania 17, so that's why they really tried hard to make an awesome match. And because these two never locked up, they wouldn't have big shoes to fill, and the crowd would just be so into this. Do I think this could be a Hogan Warrior split? Maybe. But yeah. Them having a nice match. Hulk up. Hulk Hogan gave him the leg drop. Austin kicks out. Hogan looks shocked. And then, what's it called? Hogan gives him another punches. Irish rips him. Goes to the big boot. Austin catches his leg. Austin's like, boom, stunner. 1, 2, 3. And Austin wins. And then the two shake hands. And then that's how WrestleMania 19 closes. Now, looking at this whole card, this could have drew WrestleMania 19. The buy rate could have been way better with this entire card. I believe that 100%. You know what? You guys tell me. And worse too, okay, looking back on the show, we'd have some great moments like, the Jericho kicking Taker in the balls. That would be a great moment. Trish winning the title for the first time. That would be a great moment. The Rock being Shawn Michaels. That would be an awesome moment. RVD finally getting his world title victory and run. That would be an awesome moment. Lesnar beating Angle. That was a great moment. Vince beating Bischoff in their little feud for them going back to the Monday Night Wars. They could have built about that. That would be a great moment. And Austin beating Hogan and them two shaking hands. That's 7 great moments right there. So yeah, you guys tell me what you thought about my card and how would you do things differently and how would you rebook WrestleMania 19 if you felt it needed to.